John Edwards for Griffins TV alongside head basketball coach Kevin Walsh. And coach, congratulations on a successful start of the season. I know that it's a long season, but nonetheless, you got out to a very good start last week.
Yeah, we had a successful run through the Jerry Beckman Vianney Invitational Tournament. 3 games against 3 teams, that all provided different styles for us, different opportunities for us to kind of figure out who we are and what our identity is. And, we came out and I thought shot it really well all week, and that kind of propelled us to the tournament championship.
You talk about identity. How long do you think it will take for this team to really find their identity based on the fact that you're using 2 seniors and the rest are underclassmen?
Well, I mean, I think honestly, we have a sense of who we are and who we want to be. What we need to do is we need to go through some adversity to see how we respond to that. I think in terms of style of play and what we're trying to accomplish on the court on both offense and defense, we have the idea. Our guys have embraced the style that we've chosen to play on both ends. But it's when it's in crunch time. It's when games are tight. It's when maybe you're not as successful on the scoreboard. That's where I think you really find out the true makeup of your team.
Last week, you scored over 80 points in all 3 of your games in the Jerry Beckman tournament. In the final game on Friday night against Lutheran South, Adam Saucelle set a new school record with 43 points. Talk about Adam's play and his maturation since he started playing for you.
Well, I mean, I think if we would make a commercial about our player development and how we help develop players when they come into our program to when they graduate, Adam would be the star of that commercial. He came in as a freshman, basketball wise was a skilled player, but even personally was kind of quiet and shy. And you see him now, and he's a great leader, and he's a representative of our school as an ambassador and involved in high school nights. So just personally watching him develop as a person has been really cool. As a player, he was kind of a scrawny shooter, really, to be honest with you. And as a sophomore, when he came up for us, he was just kind of a catch and shoot shooter who, had some good games for us and then struggled with his consistency, had a hard time physically at times against varsity competition. He dedicated himself to the weight room. He dedicated himself to our workouts in the summer and the fall. And you look at him now, and he's really become a complete player, not just scoring the basketball, but he's been our leading rebounder. He is right at the top in assists and steals. He's really done a little bit of everything for us, in addition to really being a leader along with Brandon Hebrank for our young guys.
You talk about his leadership last week during walkthrough on Friday, I believe. He was kind of working with some of the younger guys on position, and that one of those things for me always stands out because you always want to see the big brother take the little brother under the wing, and he's been doing that early on.
Absolutely, and he's done a really nice job of doing that at times, knowing when to get on those young guys, at times when to put his arm around them and just kind of mentor and guide them. But he's been in the system for 3 years and understands what we're trying to do defensively. Probably as well as I understand it. And so when he can talk through some things with those guys, I just think as a player, you're going to listen to your teammate, maybe even more than your coach. You're going to trust that guy who's going to be out on the floor with you. And so, I also want to give him space enough for him to feel comfortable to do that.
This year, we've been a very up-tempo team through the first 4 games of the season, picking up a win last night against Hazelwood West. Is that something that you hope throughout the entire season the team is going to be able to continue with? Or is there going to be at some point where the legs just start coming out from underneath them because of the up-tempo?
Well, I hope not. I mean, our plan is to play as fast as we can. We're not a big team. We think our perimeter shooting is our strength. We're not going to pound the ball inside. Sorry, we have a little technical noise in the background. We're gonna try to play fast. We're gonna try to play up tempo, both offensively and defensively, because as a coaching staff, we think that's what's going to give us the best chance to win.
Are you happy with the assist to field goal ratio that you're getting right now? Because it seems like the team is passing the ball a lot more and finding much more open looks going to the basket.
Yeah, when we look at that, we track that, and we are well over 75%, assists that lead, or baskets off of assists. And that's kind of how we have to play. We're not going to take a lot of guys just off the dribble. One of our strengths that we found in the summer was that we thought we were a pretty unselfish team. We shared the ball well. We made the extra pass. We talk a lot about a good shot versus a better shot versus the best shot. And our guys have done a nice job of trying to find that best shot.
Do you feel early on that they've tried to be a little bit more generous, maybe making that extra pass versus some shots that maybe after a pass they could take to the basket?
No, I really have been very happy with our flow offensively. I mean, I think as we go through and watch film, truth of the matter is when you watch it, typically you can find, ooh, that guy was that would have been an even better shot. We talk a lot about not shooting contested shots, and that's a standard of ours. We don't shoot contested twos. We don't want to shoot contested threes. We want to get the ball moving. We want to make the defense chase us and get those dominoes to fall. And when those dominoes start to fall, somebody's going to end up with a pretty clean look.
Tonight you get Orchard Farm in the second round of the Cougar Classic. They're a team that has some size to them. They knocked off Fox last night. What's your take on Orchard Farm?
Yeah, we got a chance to get some film on them over the weekend, and we're kind of pre-scouting a little bit. And they got a really good guard in 22, Brady Wolf, who can score at all three levels. He's a very skilled player. Interestingly, they got two left-handed post players, which you don't see all the time. 6'5" sophomore and a 6'2" senior, and both of those guys can be formidable inside. I think they hit the boards. They run a lot of good actions. It's going to pose a challenge. This tournament's been good for us already as we get ready to play the second game, just because we're seeing some teams that we haven't seen traditionally in Hazelwood West and Orchard Farm. So it presents us with some new looks and some new philosophies from coaches that our guys are going to have to learn how to unpack and deal with.
You as a lefty, you see two lefties tonight. There's still hope for the left-handed people in this world.
Well, I mean, I don't know, basketball wise, those two guys are good players, but I think when you look at some of the creative geniuses that exist in the world, most of those people are left-handed. Most of the really gifted folks are left-handed. At least that's my suspicion.
It's 11%.
11% of us.
Yeah, 11% of us are left-handed. So
we're and the best. Everybody can be a lefty.
Well, Coach, I appreciate a few minutes of your time. I know it's a game day, and I always appreciate a few minutes. Best of luck tonight against Orchard Farm, and best of luck the rest of this week in the Cougar Classic.
Thank you, John. Appreciate your help and support. Appreciate it very much.